What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Pour. I'm Jordan.
I'm Brian.
And we've got a pretty cool episode today, Brian. So we've got the Elijah Craig C924 and Larceny C924. We just picked these up at Vic's in Seymour. A special thanks to our friend of the show, Jon Horton, for providing us with Larceny Barrel Proof, and I picked up the Elijah Craig. Before we get started, though, a quick cheers to Brian for he's going to be a grandpa times, well, not times two, for the second time. Yeah. No twins that we know about yet, right? Yeah. But so congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Brian's daughter, Brylan, and her husband, Craig, having a baby due
May.
In May.
May of 25. So. And their other one was May of. He'll be 2 years old about the time that this one is born. So pretty cool. Good age difference.
Cool. All right. So congrats on that. We'll have to find a bottle with a birth date on it. So.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So let's start with this Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. So this is exactly 11 years on the age statement.
Okay.
And this one comes in at 129 proof. So. And Larceny?
Yeah, Larceny comes in at 125.1 proof. Okay. And I'm trying to find the age statement on it.
Do they usually put age statements on it?
I don't see anything on there, so they might. Okay. They may not.
New label on Larceny as well, by the way. Doesn't look as cool as the previous label.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, it's okay, but yeah, I like the old one better.
I like the old one better. I don't like change. I guess.
These are always two bottles that I'm looking for. I tend to favor the Elijah Craig over the Larceny, but I like them both. And to get both of them on the bar top, that's pretty cool.
All right, let's go ahead and nose this Elijah Craig.
Now this always came with a 12-year
age
statement.
It used to be a 12-year.
And then that was a big hoopla.
Everybody freaks out.
They dropped it down, and it wasn't bad. And then they they went up to 13 years, and it was pretty amazing.
It was all right, wasn't it? That was C923.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's got a darker nose to me.
Yeah.
A little oak with that, and then
a little oak. You definitely get the spice. You get a little burn.
And there's a darker fruit note there, I don't know if I'd say like a plum or grapey or
maybe a grape,
like grape jam, like a sweeter grape jam. A little spice, like you said, a little bit of oak. The proof kind of comes in at you.
Yeah, that's what I like about Elijah Craig, though. I want it when I want to drink that. I want it to burn.
Be bold
when it goes down. Some people don't like that. If you don't like something that's going to be hot,
you're not going to like
Elijah Craig. So
yeah.
They do have other elements, but that's usually pretty prevalent.
Yeah.
It's gonna burn.
Yeah. Let's go in for a sip. I'm excited about this one. It's got a really classic bourbon. It's warm.
It's hot.
It's warm.
It's hot. I get a little brown sugar on my tongue.
Mm-hmm.
That somehow got past the hotness.
Yeah. Kind of like a vanilla frosted. I don't know. Yeah, I get a frosted like bakery kind of thing. Mm-hmm. That dark nose note that I got, like I said, like grape jam. That's not coming through for me on the palate. First time around. Let's go for another sip. A little bit more cinnamon rolls towards the back.
Yeah, definitely.
A little spice.
A little bit of oak.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of oak.
I can't really find any type of nut in there.
Yeah, normally Heaven Hill's got some sort of nutty. Actually, the finish on this is pretty lengthy too. I don't know if you're paying attention to that.
It lingers for a while.
It's still going.
I'm not getting as many elements out of it that I typically do right at the moment, but it's good. It's got a really good flavor, good taste. It's definitely bold.
It is bold.
It's in your face.
It kind of reminds me of a Stag Batch 18 that I have. It's similar in the elements to that. Like you said, I'm not picking up like a lot. That darkness that I was talking about earlier that I couldn't find on the first sip now is kind of on the back at the finish, and it kind of lingers as a darker fruit on the finish.
I'm getting that third taste.
Yeah, third.
I'm getting a little bit of that plum or cherry or something.
Yeah,
that's coming through.
I think it's a little bit. If it's a cherry, I think it's a really dark cherry, like one that's like kind of in the syrup kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's a super dark fruit for me.
Yeah, nothing light.
Yeah,
nothing.
Maybe a blackberry or something like that. I can't really tell, but that's more towards the back and on the finish.
Mm-hmm.
So and on the nose.
But the burn that lingers on it is
kind of sits there, doesn't it?
But it's good. That's what I like about Elijah Craig.
Yeah,
so
very good. I would probably taste that alongside a stag, and see what I think.
Yeah, it's definitely in the same
family.
Same ballpark on proof and hotness.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's nose this Larceny. Now, I know this didn't have an age statement, but I if I remember right, they're normally between like 6, 7, a little bit younger.
So I'm not sure if we did that justice to do that behind that.
We didn't. It's a little more grainy.
It's a little grainy, but and it should be because it's
a little younger and wheat.
Yeah, wheat
this is their wheated offering. So, to be honest, other than wheat.
Yeah, the nose is
wheat
a little
kind of grain,
muted.
Yeah.
But
you know what? A lot of times when you take a sip and then go back and nose it, you kind of pick it up. Let's go in for a sip and see if that happens. It's really soft.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was getting ready to say, that it's just coat your mouth in a velvet type way.
Yeah. You know, that's got a lot of.
Actually, that tastes really good.
That tastes really, really good. I can't really specifically detect like actual flavor notes right now.
Like a watered down chocolate.
Yeah.
Like not watered down, but like your cone melted or your cup melted.
Yeah.
And you took a spoonful of it.
Yeah.
A little bit in that category. It's a fresh type feel in the mouth and taste.
Yeah, there's like a ginger kind of note, like citrusy-ish. Are you talking in that realm, like a citrusy or?
No, more like I was getting that chocolate vanilla.
When that nose is opened up.
I'm not getting much of a citrus yet.
Oh, yeah. Now that I say citrus,
I get it on the nose.
Like a ginger, and it's opened up to brown sugar and
definitely brown sugar.
No caramel, as you normally get out of bourbons, and you know I've had
that nose is much better now that you
much better
tried it.
I've had the Heaven Hill grain to glass, the wheated one. I've had all three of them, but I've had the wheated. I think I tend to lean towards more of this. I really like the softness on the palate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, now there is caramel on the palate. I get that chocolate that you're talking about.
A little bit more proof on that taste.
Yeah.
But not much, honestly. For 125.1, if I had to guess, I would guess this is 110.
Yeah, I was gonna say 115.
That would be my guess that it's not low proof, but it's not over 120.
Yeah. For me, normally Larceny and I don't line up. That's probably the best Larceny bourbon delicious. I would.
I have the B524.
Yeah.
It was a little hotter.
Yep. You have the A.
Yes, I'm sorry. I do. I have the A. I have the A.
A124.
A124, and it was a little bit hotter.
Right. Yes, I remember that being really hot, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll put a card to that video up here.
But this was sweet and smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the best Larceny product I've ever had.
That's definitely the best Larceny one that I've had. Go if you can find this at your local family-owned liquor store. Go do that.
I know Steven at the Bourbon Hutch. He loves Larceny.
Okay.
I need to go check out his review and see which one he liked the most, because I think this is by far the best one I've had. I've only had a few of them. I haven't had as many as he's had.
That's sweetness.
But that
sweetness is really
not that you want to drink a whole lot of a $70 bottle, but I could definitely see myself pouring one and then pouring another of that, because that's really good.
Really, really good. Okay, so you know I'm gonna do this. If your budget only allows for one of them, let's revisit Elijah Craig first.
Well, I have about 6 Elijah Craig sitting in my cabinet.
Yeah.
I only have one of these.
So you're going for that one?
I would get this one.
And to be honest with you, normally I lean more towards Elijah Craig, and I do like this bottle.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, it's good.
There's a little bit more oak on that one, and there's a lot more sweetness on this one that I really am digging. For once, I'm going with Larceny on this one, and it has nothing to do with how many bottles of each I have.
Right.
I think that one's better.
No, I didn't even mean that.
Oh yeah.
I meant that more along the lines I typically would get him.
Right.
Elijah
Craig. Same point.
And then wouldn't always hold on to them, but because I always hold on to my I want them to last forever.
Right.
Because they're so good.
Right.
But I think.
And this one is so good.
I think this was a lot better.
It's
drinkable, but I would probably drink through it pretty quick, honestly, because that's one I would be like, oh, yeah. I think I'm gonna go back to that. Like I said earlier.
I think that one is definitely the one to win out this for sure. Might even be one worth including on a whiskey of the year.
I would say we probably should.
Right. Maybe we'll hang on to this bottle a little bit longer, John. Although I think he kind of gifted it to us as well. He did say, if you bring it back to me with at least one shot left, I would like.
No, we can do that.
We'll make that happen.
I guarantee you.
We'll make that happen. All right. Well, hey, cheers to you, John. Really appreciate that. And have you guys seen these? I know they probably just started dropping. We're in Indiana. It seems like things are a little bit slower, but so hopefully you've seen these. Hopefully you can pick them up. I would recommend getting either one of these. I think you'll be happy. I think if you like oak and spice, you're probably going to gravitate more towards Elijah Craig. Sweetness, definitely Larceny. But if I had to pick one, definitely Larceny. So we're going to end this episode the same way that we always do, and that is when you're with your family and your friends, always share your whiskey.